Almost for as long as Kathleen Kennedy has been president of Lucasfilms, someone has been leaking stories that she's going to be fired, or just hoping that she would be. Are Star Wars fans finally going to get their wish? Welcome to the Tachyon Pulse podcast, part of the scitrek family.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
Well, just to throw this out there straight away, I'm going to tell you no. She's not going to be fired. I've actually done videos having to debunk stories previously where people have put videos out that she was already fired. But she is probably going to be gone from Lucasfilm by the summer. I can tell you currently she has a contract with Lucasfilms until, I'm told, the second quarter of this year. She signed a 3-year deal back in 2021 and that is about to expire. I'm being told they are not negotiating a new deal. Now, there are a couple of rumours out there that I can immediately tell you that are not true. One is that she has actually been very aggressively negotiating a new deal, and she was making all these demands that she wanted, like, executive producer role, and she wanted far more creative control over Star Wars and blah, blah, blah. I'm being told that's not true. Apparently, it was anything up to a year ago, actually, that it was decided she would be moving on and be taking on a new role within Disney. And she would be signing a new contract for that role. I'm being told that they already kind of know who's going to be stepping up to be president, that it's somebody that's already within Lucasfilm now. Even though I can't tell you who that is, I'm sorry, I don't know. But this is part of a wider shake-up that Disney had been doing now for a little over a year. I think, and I'm being told actually, that Disney are trying to shake off this woke label that they've been lumbered with, by their own fault, over the last few years. And that even though they're not particularly blaming Kathleen Kennedy directly, this is Disney now, not the Star Wars fans. The Star Wars fans 100% blame her. But they are actually blaming her for some of the creative decisions. And actually, Acolyte was one of the major things that have actually soured the relationship a little bit. And even though when that came out, okay, maybe it was sort of like, I think this is going to happen, that was sort of like, it's going to happen. Mickey Mouse is there going, get out of my house, Pluto. That's my Mickey Mouse impression, sorry. And that was really the final nail in the coffin. I actually was told Ashoka was also when the conversations really started happening, because even though I quite liked Ashoka, it wasn't quite the success they were expecting, and it was really, that was at the point where they thought, okay, we're gonna do something, we're gonna shake things up now. It should have been Solo, to be honest. That movie was awful when that came out, dear Lord. The last trilogy wasn't amazing, but Solo was just bad. And at the end of the day, even if it's directors and creators and other things that are the problem, the book always ends up with the manager, the boss, and in this case, the president of Lucasfilms. Now, I do hear there are issues that she has created quite a negative environment at a lot of the time within Lucasfilm, and that her relationship with certain directors and certain creators within Star Wars has been a problem. I was also told that a lot of projects that got cancelled last year, when we started doing this first shake-up, Kathleen Kennedy was very resistant to some of those. And even though I'm hearing rumours that she wants some of her projects reinstated, I'm told that, again, that's not true. But she was resistant to some of the shake-up that she felt was forced on her. The biggest problem, though, I hear, that Disney have with Kathleen Kennedy was not necessarily what she's done with Star Wars. It's that she was supposed to be extending the Lucasfilm studio so that it wasn't just a one-trick pony. She was supposed to be extending it beyond Star Wars. And she hasn't really. Willow was just bad and failed immediately. Even when they've tried to, within Star Wars, expand it, okay, Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons went really well, but the 3rd season didn't, and then the Book of Boba Fett was at best. So the show has, or the franchise, I should say, has not been developed quite as well as they would hope. but the studio as a whole really hasn't. Now, another rumour that I can tell you is not true is that George Lucas is going to be coming back as president for Lucasfilm. I'm told that isn't true. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wouldn't shock me if they actually are just putting out rumours because George Lucas is coming and, this is like a double bluff. But I'm being told, no, that's not true. George Lucas is very happily retired. He doesn't want that sort of role. Even though I have heard on and off that he wants more of a role with his baby. But no, he won't be coming back as president for Lucasfilm. But it is somebody that's already within the business, I'm told, that is going to be promoted basically to the new president. So, is this a good thing? Well, look, if you're a regular Sci-trekker, you'll know I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I'm possibly not the biggest Star Wars fan because of Kathleen Kennedy. I used to be, but it's never. I've always been a Trekkie. I'm a Trekkie. So let's compare this to Star Trek. I'll tell you that a lot of Star Wars fans are not happy with Kathleen Kennedy because they feel like she stepped on canon. I can relate. Kurtzman. Also, a lot of Star Wars fans feel that they're very unhappy towards Kathleen Kennedy because she hasn't respected what Star Wars was. Kurtzman. I can completely understand where that would come from. Also, that they've developed stories that maybe didn't make sense particularly, but also were very agenda driven. Again, I can completely understand where you're coming from being a Trekkie. And finally, that at times Kathleen Kennedy is seen over projects that have just not been good enough. Section 31, anyone? Did somebody say that? I actually think that is the biggest problem. That she has been the boss during a period where they have managed to annoy an awful lot of their most loyal fans. And as a Trekkie, I can 100% understand that. But it does seem like by the summer, we could be free of both. I'm hearing more and more rumours that Alex Kurtzman is going to be gone from Star Trek by the summer of next year, I should say, for Star Trek. But Kathleen Kennedy could be gone by this summer. Her deal apparently runs out in Q2. That would be March, April, May, June, really. So we should get an announcement within a few weeks of her leaving, I should say. I am being told they won't announce it until it's sort of like she's on her way out the door and the new person is on their way in. They don't want any confusion. They don't want any sort of period of gossip, etc. So this will be something like, oh, by the way, it's done. I'm out of here. I think it will be a new job within Disney, I should say as well. It could be a really good thing to happen, and I think Star Wars needs a new leader. I think it needs a new fresh direction. As I say, Disney are trying to shake off their woke agenda label and take things in a new direction. This is one of their biggest franchises, and in that case you need somebody new if you're going to try to do something a little bit different with it. Now, the same thing really is going to happen for Star Trek, hopefully. The other thing, and my final point really, is going to be that Disney have really done some good decisions recently with sci-fi. I actually say Prey, with the term in the Predator movie, was very good. The Romulus Alien movie was very good. As I said, there's been a couple of good things from Star Wars, and I'm really looking forward to Andor Season 2. Disney do seem to be trying to right the ship. We're hearing that the Orville is coming back. Another good decision from Disney. Is the Mickey Mouse Corporation finally actually learning some lessons? Get to the comments and tell me exactly what you think, because I am seeing signs of it, but then they do something crazy and I think, oh my god, they haven't learned anything. But you guys get into the comments and tell me exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. You never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can go to patreon.com/scitrek, where most of our new videos do premiere first, and you get to see them without the adverts. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.